Hello, my beloved ones, and welcome back to a new video about astrology and magic. Well, this time I want to go back to a little bit of astrology. This might be a short one, actually, and it's just something I noticed. It's perhaps even a shout out to other astrologers out there or people who intend to become astrologers. Um, just little things I notice is very funny because I'm currently myself dating, and this is where the astrology does come in a little bit into my mind. So, I am Fratello, I am an astrologer and a magician. Well, the astrologer part you probably already got. And I do ceremonial magic, I do um, very sorcery type of magic, and I do the very quiet type of magic where I'm just working with sigils or simply my mind and meditation. Um, I offer these services for anyone who might want to have a certain advantage in life or perhaps get rid of certain disadvantages. So if you want to book me, I'm available um, most of the time as I'm just starting out. So as long as there's some of my time left, you can come and book me. Certainly within the next few months, this will change. Um, and I have to be honest, I am working magic to increase um, my business. So without further ado, let's talk about something astrological, which I have noticed now in the dating scene. So essentially, um, it is very easy for me as a guy to come in to sort of like the whole dating thing and ask girls for their signs, yeah, and even more so for their birth data. A lot of girls actually know that. I would say roughly 30% or so, like a third, knows exactly when they were born because they have already given that information and already looked into that. Um, Perhaps another 30%, they at least know their sun, ascendant, and moon, and another third they're completely oblivious. So, but very often the last third of them, they're at least open to discovering that. So a lot of females are very open to that. If you ask a guy, it's 50-50. Some will say to get out of here. And no, I'm not dating guys. I just sometimes ask guys about their astrology as well, especially in a group setting with a lot of girls. So, well, impressive and stuff. Haha. Um, so essentially, um, what I noticed here is that there are some girls out there, very often the prettiest ones. And when I give them a reading, I give them very short readings. It's just for them it is seen as sort of like a night out gag or something. Very short readings. Um, it's very often the prettiest ones, and one with the most confidence, if you get my drift, who'll say that I'm completely off. But everyone else, I'm spot on. Now, what I noticed about them is I never coin it that way when I tell it to them, but every single one of them that I've been told I've been completely off is when I see extreme narcissism within their chart. So narcissists, they don't want to admit that they're narcissists. Even me putting it nicely. And obviously, because if I do see their chart placements and I see that they are full of themselves like a narcissist or have narcissistic tendencies, let's put it that way, um, my interest is gone. I'm being nice about it, yeah, and just playing along because narcissistic rage and all that kind of stuff. You really don't want to um, get yourself mixed up into any kind of that. I had a borderline female relationship, and that was catastrophic. Well, you learn. It's all a learning process, and I think that's, as humans, we have to learn about these type of people. Um, but yeah, it was very interesting that everyone who is a decent, normal human being will say that I'm spot on with my astrological uh, review, but that anyone who is sort of like a narcissist will say that I'm completely off. It's just food for thought, and it's also I noticed that these type of people, although they would belong to the last third of girls that I mentioned here, they don't know anything about their birth data, but are open to giving it. Well, obviously, they want to hear great things about themselves, but I'm not gonna pander to their um, grandiose nonsense. I'm going to tell them the truth, even though it is put nicely. Um, Overall, in the dating game, I think it's very beneficial to look at astrology. You can um, filter out who is actually good for you, and perhaps if you're into the one night stand kind of thing, you can even try to filter out that too. Um, so I'm definitely not looking for a shag, so to speak. I could have had that many times, but I'm actually looking for a true connection here. The unfortunate thing is that me as a male, I am incredibly visual, maybe not so much as other peers around me, I have noticed. Um, but it seems that, well, the pretty ones are the crazy ones, so to speak. And I, as an Aries sun, think I have every second date with a Libra sun, the exact opposite. And in astrology, the exact opposites are the things you really want to avoid. Yes, so I mean, Libra in itself is a sign that is very concerned with beauty, and I certainly have good friends who are Libra. Absolutely, that's no problem. And I mean, I'm friend zoning these girls that are Libra. They can be absolute great friends, even with the oppositions. That's no problem. But getting into a relationship, not so much. And I would advise you to look in your own chart and see what is the opposite, and just simply steer clear from those who are in the opposition. I mean, um, there's other signs that are not opposites, but could be very difficult too. Be open in that sense that people can be very good friends if they have difficult positions. That's not an issue, but coming together in a relationship kind of way, there you will have to be more careful because you're inviting that person into your life, into your house, into the most intimate parts of your own being. And if it doesn't fit, it can, in the long run, leads to catastrophe. And yeah, I'm not putting Libras down at all because some of the especially some of those qualities that, because I'm in opposition, I lack. I really do enjoy having around, especially in friendships. So I'm not hating on any sign. Um, I am just wary of how, with my own natal chart, how I react to other signs, and there's something to take into account. So that was a short one. Um, as I said, I'm a magician, astrologer, astrologer, magician, whichever you want to put it, whichever way you want to put it. And if you want your chart read, natal chart, personality, maybe a natal chart of a loved one, children, whatnot. I can certainly look into that. I can look into your transits, what the future holds for you. Though I say this is not fortune telling, this is just giving you the trends, so to speak. I can look into synastry, which partnerships, which person works good for you. So if you can get the data of off of someone, I can look into that. As a magician, I can bend even past and beyond astrology. I can bend the reality past that. I can give you, like I said, advantages in magic and take away disadvantages. Certain specific spells I won't do, which is the typical love magic. So if you have a certain target that you really fancy, so to speak, then I won't target a specific person for you to fall in love with you. I can do it. It's actually fairly easy, but it very often leads to the downfall of the person wanting that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to hurt my customers at all. In terms of relationships and love magic, I can bring that person into your life that you really want, but do it like me. You have to do the legwork, going on dating and finding the right person for you. So, in that sense, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, share, and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next one.